My colleague Asim Basti is now joining me from Hisar. Asim, we are seeing a lot of independents are also in the fray this time. And if we speak about the direct contest between the Congress and the BJP, it seems like there's a little bit of a tilt in favor of the Congress. The 10-year anti-incumbency is also something that the Bharatiya Janata Party is looking at.
Yeah, we are in Sisa right now, and this is the polling booth where Dushyant Chautala and Naina Chautala, Ajay Chautala, Ranjit Chautala, they're going to vote. But yes, you said definitely 10 years of regime, the BJP is fighting anti-incumbency, but they're confident they will cross the line. And as far as Congress is concerned, they are also, they've gone full throttle, push the accelerator so that they form a government this time. They want to end the 10-year drought this time. Yes, independents are in fray, even the JJPs are in fray, other parties are in fray, but this time it's not it is a direct contest between the BJP and the Congress in Haryana, and I feel that it's every election we can see that independents are in poll frays, but normally it's the traditional or the national parties that make an impact at times. Although in this region, be it Punjab, be it Haryana, the regional parties also have a great say, but this time the direct contest seems to be between the BJP and the Congress. Yes, anti-incumbency is one factor which the BJP is fighting hard, and this was the reason that 6 months ago the Chief Minister was also changed. Naib Singh Sahni was given a task, although it's an uphill task for the BJP this time. But they are riding on the jobs done at the central level and also the state level this time. And the Congress, they want to put their house in place. They want to cut out that infighting which shows between Kumari Shalja and Hooda, and they want to impress the voters. And today is the big test for all the political parties who have campaigned hard throughout the state.
Question obviously at the moment is the fact that the 10-year anti-incumbency is something that the BJP looking at. Also, we are seeing the independents also being in the fray. So that's also something that everyone is very keenly looking at. How much dent will the independents be able to see? And in this election, we saw a lot of emotion also taking place. There were candidates, they made videos, there was a lot of crying, both in Congress as well as in the BJP. So do you believe it could also be the independents who could make a substantial difference this election season?
Yeah, last time also when the 2019 results came in, there were around 6 to 7 independents that won the election. And this time also, the BJP denied ticket to a lot of people. They are contesting independence. Even the Congress has 18 to 19 rebels who wanted ticket, did not get ticket. They are contesting. But yes, if they have their fan base, if they have vote base, they can give a tough time to the traditional parties and have the impact this time also, because there were certain ministers also who lost the ticket this time. They were not given tickets. Certain MLAs, sitting MLAs, who were not given the ticket. So this was the reason that the rebel factor will play a role this time. But still, I feel that it will not be a huge one. Last time also we saw 6 to 7 independents winning the poll. This time also, I think it won't be much in number. Yeah. But how much votes they cut, how much dent they put into the vote count of the traditional candidates of the Congress or the BJP or the parties, that has to be seen.
Right, Asim, thank you for giving us those details. My colleague who's standing right at a polling station. Elections have begun in the state of Haryana. The voting has begun. We'll now tell you the maths behind it, the data behind the elections in the state of Haryana. If we look at the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, then you'll be able to see how it was Congress who won 31, BJP who won 40. It was also JJP, which had 10, the others had 8, and INLD had 1. So this equation is now all set to change. You know, if we look at the big picture, now that's a big question everyone at the moment is looking at. It is the Congress with 31. It was the BJP. There was almost a sweep of sorts. People were riding high on the Modi wave. That's what a lot of people and experts have been speaking about. It was the JJP now at 10, the others at 8, and INLD. If you look at the historical data, because historical data will give you a little bit of a sense the way in which, how the parties have been faring, and we go all the way back to 2005. Look at 2005, then you see that it was the Congress which had swept. 2009, the Congress had the upper edge. 2014 is when the things actually started to change. And you see that it was an uptick for the Bharatiya Janata Party, 47 in 2014, 40 in 2019. 2024 is when we are seeing the elections playing out now. in all those seats where we have seen a direct contest of sorts between the Congress and the BJP, at the moment experts are believing that the balance is tilted slightly towards the Congress party. My colleague Manjeet is also joining me. Manjeet, we just saw how it was Manohar Lal Khattar, the former Chief Minister of the state of Haryana, very, very confident and saying that I am always the first person at the booth to vote. The BJP obviously believing that they will be able to beat the 10-year anti-incumbency. But this time, there are issues galore.
Yes, indeed, Aishwarya. Bharatiya Janata Party did not leave even a single stone unturned to buck the anti-incumbency. 10-year anti-incumbency was haunting the Bharatiya Janata Party, be it the farmers or be it the unemployed youth or be it other sections like the farmers who were opposing or objecting to the state government's digital drive. So these are the issues being faced by the Bharatiya Janata Party. But not only the Bharatiya Janata Party alone, Aishwarya, Congress was also facing some challenges, like it was out of the power for nearly a decade. It was desperate to return to the power. Even if we talk about the INLD was struggling to save its election symbol. And Jananayak Janata Party was also facing challenges and opposition in the rural segments as it was part of the Bharatiya Janata Party government. All the parties are facing challenges of their own, but as far as the fight is concerned, it is direct between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress. Congress tried its level best to make it a direct fight between the Bharatiya Janata Party and itself, but Bharatiya Janata Party on the other, in the last minute of the preparations or the campaigning, tried to raise various issues like the Mirchpur Kand or the forcible acquisition of the land during the Congress government. Also, Bharatiya Janata Party even tried to reach out to the rural voters with the help of RSS. RSS activists were seen contacting the Khap Panchayats to buck the anti-incumbency. Congress, on the other, raised various issues like the resentment among the unemployed youth, particularly about the Agnibir recruitment scheme. Bharatiya Janata Party had also countered it, saying that it has announced jobs to all the Agniveers who will be completing their tenure. They will be given job. Besides this, both the parties, be it the Congress or the Bharatiya Janata Party, have pledged 2 lakh jobs. Congress leaders, though, also kicked off controversy by saying that they'll be getting quotas for the jobs. Bharatiya Janata Party has relied on the transparency, saying there was no kharchi, no parchi. So there are various issues. Farmers are still squatting at the Shambhu border and have demanded that MSC should be legalized. There should be an act. The Bharatiya Janata Party had countered it, saying that it has allowed MSP on all 24 crops, but the Congress had made several promises, like OPS revival, a law on the MSP, besides 2 lakh jobs, subsidized LPG gas cylinders, and 2,100 for each woman, besides other promises. So there are promises, there are efforts to return to the power, and Bharatiya Janata Party leaders are claiming that they will be getting enough seats through to retain its power, but also tried to stop the Congress's come back to the power by raising various issues. So the competition is really tough, but all parties were doing their best to woo the voters by way of their election manifestos. So today is a big day for all the people. It will be interesting to note whether the Congress will be able to make a comeback. We had seen that during the Lok Sabha elections, it was witnessed or seen on a comeback as it gained nearly 15% of the vote share.
My colleague who's standing in Karnal giving us the details from that polling booth. Ashok Singhal is also joining me from Rohtak now. अशोक जी, बहुत बड़ी बात जो अब लोगों को समझ में आ रही है वो ये है कि मात्र 100 रुपए का डिफरेंस था जो प्रॉमिस किया गया था कांग्रेस में और भारतीय जनता पार्टी में. अगर बात करें डायरेक्ट कॉन्टेस्ट की तो कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा ऐसे समझ में आता है कि जो हवा बह रही है थोड़ा सा कांग्रेस के फेवर के अंदर है. लोगों का ये मानना है. भारतीय जनता पार्टी हालांकि ये बोल चुकी है कि डबल इंजन की सरकार रहेगी तो हरियाणा की जितनी दिक्कतें हैं उनको वो दूर कर पाएंगे.
देखिए, बिल्कुल दावे तो किए जा रहे हैं कांग्रेस की तरफ से भी कि जो सर्वे भी आ रहे हैं कि कांग्रेस की तरफ माहौल जा रहा है, लेकिन बीजेपी ने भी उम्मीद नहीं छोड़ी। उनका कहना है कि तीसरी बार बीजेपी की सरकार बनने वाली है और जिस ढंग से 10 साल में काम किए उससे हरियाणा की जनता उनके फेवर में वोट करने वाली है। लेकिन हुड्डा के घर पे इस वक्त मैं रोहतक में मौजूद हूं और तमाम लोगों से अगर बात करो तो उनका यही कहना है कि नहीं, इस बार हुड्डा मुख्यमंत्री बनने वाले हैं। कांग्रेस की तरफ लोगों का रुझान है, लेकिन ये अपने अपने दावे हैं, वो तो 8 तारीख को जब नतीजे आएंगे तब पता चलेगा। लेकिन कांग्रेस ने जो सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा बनाया है कि इस बार बेरोजगारी, कानून व्यवस्था, पहलवान, जवान और किसान, ये मुद्दे कांग्रेस लेके चल रही है कि 10 साल में चाहे वो खट्टर मुख्यमंत्री रहे हैं, उसके बाद नायब सिंह सैनी है, तो बीजेपी ने सिर्फ वादों के अलावा कुछ काम नहीं किया, जमीन पे कुछ काम नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है। और हुड्डा 10 बजे के करीब यहाँ से अपने परिवार के साथ जो वोट डालने के लिए निकलेंगे, सांगी गांव है नजदीक में ही 20 किलोमीटर, वहां पे उनका वोट डलता है। अभी इस वक्त हुड्डा अपने परिवार के साथ अंदर मौजूद हैं, लेकिन दावे अपने अपने किए जा रहे हैं बीजेपी की तरफ से या कांग्रेस की तरफ से। लेकिन इतना जरूर है कि कांग्रेस इन 3 मुद्दों को लेकर, जवान, किसान और पहलवान, जो आंदोलन हुआ पहलवानों का, किसानों का आंदोलन हुआ और अग्निवीर, इन तमाम मुद्दों को लेकर के कांग्रेस लोगों के बीच गई है। राहुल गांधी, प्रियंका गांधी और खड़गे ने भी यहाँ पर कैंपेन किया अगर कांग्रेस की तरफ से बात की जाए, और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने भी यहाँ रैलियां की, अमित शाह भी आए, नितिन गडकरी, राजनाथ सिंह, अपनी अपनी तरफ से अपनी परफॉर्मेंस के आधार पर यहाँ वोट मांगे गए। बीजेपी ने कहा 10 साल में हमने बेहतर काम किया, जबकि हुड्डा सरकार या कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने ये कहा कि जो हुड्डा के 10 साल थे वो खट्टर से कहीं बेहतर थे या बीजेपी से कहीं बेहतर थे। तो अपने अपने दावे देखना होगा कि लोगों का रुझान किस तरफ जाता है।
अशोक जी, एक बात और जो कई लोग इस समय जिस चीज की बात कर रहे हैं, कांग्रेस की अगर बात करें तो वो भी यूनाइटेड फ्रंट सा नहीं नजर आ रहा है, क्योंकि हमने देखा किस तरीके से शैलजा, जो उनकी नाराजगी थी, बहुत समय तक तो कैंपेनिंग नहीं करी, फाइनली जब राहुल गांधी आए तो एक यूनाइटेड फ्रंट सा दिखाने की कोशिश करी गई। क्या आपको लगता है कि ये जो अंदरूनी इंटरनल टसल है, इससे भी चुनाव पर इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा?
नहीं, देखिए, सब चाहे राहुल गांधी और प्रियंका गांधी ने आकर के एक मंच पर हुड्डा और शैलजा को ला करके एक मैसेज देने की कोशिश की कि पार्टी में सब ठीक ठाक है और कोई नाराजगी नहीं है, दोनों के हाथ भी मिलाए। उसके बाद अशोक तंवर चुनाव से ठीक मौके पर, जो कि पहले स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट भी रहे हैं कांग्रेस के और कुमारी शैलजा के खिलाफ चुनाव लड़ा था, तो वो उनको राहुल गांधी की उपस्थिति में कांग्रेस में शामिल किया गया। तो कहीं ना कहीं पार्टी कांग्रेस इस चुनाव को जीतना चाहती है और एक मैसेज देना चाहती है कि पार्टी के भीतर भी सब ठीक ठाक है और बीजेपी में ठीक नहीं है। उनके बड़े नेता बीजेपी छोड़ करके कांग्रेस में शामिल हो रहे हैं। अशोक तंवर बड़ा नाम रहा है कांग्रेस के भीतर जब कांग्रेस में थे, उसके अलावा अलग अलग पार्टियों में उन्होंने शामिल हो गए थे, तृणमूल कांग्रेस में रहे, जेजेपी में रहे, फिर बीजेपी में चुनाव लड़ा था लोकसभा का। लेकिन एक मंच पर शैलजा और हुड्डा को ला करके राहुल गांधी और कांग्रेस ने एक मैसेज दिया, पार्टी में कोई गुटबाजी नहीं है, कोई नाराजगी नहीं है और पार्टी एकजुट होकर के चुनाव लड़ रही है।